Welcome back here on ESPN. For more on the debacle that just happened, we're going to send to our sideline reporter, Reggie Stocker. Reggie, what do you got for us?
Reggie here. It was absolute lunacy. A kid got hold of Rico's headset somehow. Maybe 7, 8 years old, ran off. Rico chased him down before security got involved, and Rico was involved in a lineup review where he had to speak to the kids' events, tripped over some cords here, stopped the broadcast. I'll toss it back to you, Rico. You can let the fans know what you had to say to the kids and to the authorities. Back to you guys.
You were running with your like a chicken with your head cut off, Rico. I've never seen anything like it. Oh dear. I think he got his headset again. Back in the action. 15-point advantage here for VCU. 48-33 to score. That layup is blocked. MJJ blocks it. Fantastic defense after the offensive rebound from Ohio State. Back on the other end. A shot is good from Hobson. He has been unstoppable. His 20th point of the contest. I mean, this kid was an absolute menace, I tell you. Literally, it was like a red, green wire, blue wire type situation. Every wire, every cord he picked. I mean, he picked the right one, but you were running wild. And you got authorities involved too. I mean, it was a scene.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. Oh yeah, we got you. You are out of breath. Like, do you need a break? Like, do we need you to let you to breathe? Like,
no, that's why I took an extra moment there to kind of gather after my thoughts. So, look, man, that was wow. So, crazy sequence. Security definitely involved, and we got the microphone back. Great thing is the people here in Charlotte did a great job as far as getting this reattached with the audio and everything else. And so, look, man, I'm just glad to be back. And man, I guess my running days are coming back to me.
I wouldn't say they're coming back. I would say they're long gone after watching you try and chase an 8-year-old. But let's talk about the play here of Jay Hobson. 20 points. I mean, he should absolutely be on the radar of SWBA scouts.
Yeah, I mean, so look, man, he's shown me the entire bag really offensively, and it's not just what he's done offensively. I like the fact that he's a willing rebounder, and that's going to translate at any level of basketball that you're playing. And so, look, he might be a late draft prospect. I'd love to see what he's going to do for the rest of the season, but I've loved his demeanor. And look at that. That time, he literally puts a defender on his back, puts him down in the rim, just turns around, mouse in a house. Like, literally, the strength and just his ability and footwork, I've just been super impressed with him today.
This is also against a guy that was in the G League last season in Cody Johnson. I mean, Hobson is going to work on Johnson. But he kind of gets cooked right there on that play, as that was a fantastic spinorama shot right there by Davenport. But VCU has definitely solidified control in this contest. Hobson has it against Johnson again. Hobson backs down, little jump step. Oh my goodness, what a shot!
And you know what? I think he's really lighting up for this matchup, because when you're talking about a player that has played semi-professional basketball, he's literally measuring himself against some elite competition today. And this is the kind of confidence builder that shows you can play at the next level. And so, look, I think that the sky's the limit right now, and I'm just curious to see what he's going to do now after this game. But he's shown us that he has a lot to offer.
So get a stoppage here. Hobson will head to the bench. Ladies and gentlemen, have a new type of giveaway here for EMs. Here for our broadcast. Whatever the current number of viewers in our stream, we multiply that by 100. That'll be the amount of EMs that we will be giving away. So currently, there's 34 live viewers across all platforms. And Mark Chisholm is our victor of the 3,400 EMs. Mark, thank you for being an active member of the community and being here in the streams. Thank you again. Enjoy your 3,400 EMs.
Look, man. Yeah, Jahan Hobson, man, or excuse me, Hobson. Jahan Hobson has got 24 points, 12 of 18 from the floor, super efficient. So VCU continues to just go to work on OSU, working that post game. I haven't even had to really sway away from that offensively. How good that they've got things going.
Hobson has it. He backs out. The far wing guarded not too closely. Kicks to the corner. That shot no good. Johnson the rebound. Webb straight ahead on the close side wing. Webb getting double teamed. Goes baseline. But he ran too quickly as he runs out of bounds.
And that's unfortunate too with Webb, because that is the one thing that he likes to do is really, just continue to drive to the basket. That time defensively, VCU, the defender, uses the sideline as an extra defender, pushed him right to the out-of-bounds line. So that was actually pretty good defense.
VCU just in complete control as Hobson is just showing he can score from everywhere. Fantastic bucket right there. And VCU is running away with this here now. Close to a 20-point lead. It's 17. They go inside. Johnson can't finish that layup. He'll go to the line, though, to shoot two.
Well, Hobson, whoever, if he decides to come out, his agent should personally take this game as his tape and give it to every GM. Like, seriously. I think he has made, just a career highlight on OSU today, and he's made a great impression here nationally. Doing a great job.
56-39 the score. So we're just under 15 to play here in the second half. First free throw from Johnson is good. It's a 16-point contest. A couple of substitutions coming in here for VCU. It's Jalen West and Deshaun McNamee coming in. Second free throw coming here from Johnson. That one nowhere close. Battle for the offensive rebound. Corralled by McNamee. Here's a quick trigger three. Wide open from the corner. That's no good. Johnson the rebound. He'll run the point. Ohio State trying to find something here. Pagnotti Jr. hasn't had a bucket since the opening 3 minutes of this game. They go inside to Fultz. Fultz backing down his man, and he gets the shot to go. Here comes Ohio State building a little bit of momentum here, trying to get back into this contest. But there's a three, wide open, and it's all nylon for Anve Stoltz.
Yeah, you could tell that OSU is really rattled right now, because they even tried to switch into a little bit of a zone a couple possessions ago, but yeah, they just really don't have an answer for VCU.
Three-pointer from Pagnotti, and he's got it.
And that had to feel good to see that one go in, because he's struggling.
That's a fantastic answer right there. That's his first made basket since the 17:23-minute mark in the first half.
And you got to give them credit, too, as far as VCU with the defense and knowing your personnel, because they understood that he could have easily got on a heater and made sure that he got out of that early, got him out of his rhythm, and then I think VCU has really never looked back.
Buckeyes turn it over. Stoltz has it. Throws it inside to Hobson. Hobson, the hot hand. He's going to pull from three. It's off the front rim. No good. Johnson, the rebound. Yeah, Cody Johnson is stepping up here, making sure Hobson has nowhere to go. Webb drives in, right hand, no good, a bit strong. Pagnani the rebound. They'll go up with the shot. That is blocked. Jalen West, the rejection. West goes forward with the ball, crosses over at the top of the key. Hobson sets the screen. West drives in, kick out to Leggett. He's guarded closely. They'll swing it back to West. West, top of the key. It over. Here's a long three, in and out, rebounded by Johnson. Johnson with 6 straight defensive rebounds. Here comes Ohio State. Webb, this is no good. Would have been big if that would have fallen. Comes VCU now, and they'll try to slow things down and take as much time off the clock as possible.
Yeah, they want to get into this half-court game as much as possible. This is something that we've talked about throughout the broadcast. And so this is where, when you don't have the lead and you're going against a team that likes to play half-court offense, then they're going to take the clock down as much as possible. Even though that's a turnover, still wasted a bunch of time there for OSU. But they still have time to get back into this. But they're so cold on the offensive end right now.
Stoltz was driving in there. He got tripped up. The VCU fans wanted a foul. He got tripped up when went out of bounds. There was no call on the play, and Ohio State will have the basketball. Driving inside, going up with the layup, no good, but this is called for the foul. And the Buckeyes will shoot 2 from the line with Davenport.
Yeah, I mean, and this is a good thing for OSU at this point in time, because when you're behind, look, the clock stops, you're at the free throw line, but you have got to capitalize on this. And really, you know, we've talked about this with Ohio State. They want to run a little bit of a balanced attack. Does this now mean that you're running a lot more plays to get players to the front of the rim to draw contact? I mean, I think that that's maybe the quickest way to maybe generate some and ones and things like that, because I'm not sure if Ohio State is going to be willing to start jacking up three-point shots at this point.
That's exactly right. Ohio State, too, not the best three-point shooting team, so they got to get some good defensive stops. Go on a little bit of a run here. It's only a 12-point game.
Doesn't it feel like it's more than 12, though? It really does with the way that VCU is.
It does, especially with how hot Ohio State started. I mean, they have absolutely pulled off in this contest, but they're trying to get back in it here. On the rim run, no good. Nice defense there on the play by wow, my goodness, take 2, Mullinex. Spinning and turning the layup off the rim, no good. There would have been a big basket right there for Felker. Instead, VCU a chance to come down. They go inside. Ivis, the layup is good. That's a big shot right there for the Rams.
I love their pace, and even the possession before, even on a missed shot, the way that they continue to run down the clock, I think that the clock management has been beautiful right now for VCU, and just kind of really just putting Ohio State into a tough situation as the clock continues to run.
10:50 to play here in this contest. I am just getting word for our second game with Rutgers and Temple. They are experiencing cold weather and winter weather advisories in the area in Philadelphia. That has affected the power in the arena, so that game will be under delay in the Rutgers and Temple game.
I definitely want to be safe out there. Unfortunately, hopefully we still see a good game once it does start up, but that was a tough foul right there. Pretty hard foul. So you can see the frustration right now from Ohio State, but man, I've just been super impressed with the way that VCU has really just carved Ohio State up inside.
Torian Ivis, free throw is good. Seems like weather has just been the topic of talk right now, especially on the West Coast. Again, all of our thoughts here on ESPN are with those affected by the wildfires out there on the West Coast, as the second free throw is up and good.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, it's been tough out there for sure. So, yeah, you just hope that everybody can just stay safe.
10.5 minutes to play. That layup is good. Nice shot right there from Davenport. Davenport clapping on the way back, trying to will his guys back into this game. At VCU, they've had an answer every time Ohio State tries to score. The layup is good, and the foul.
Wow. Yeah, that was a terrific drive again. And that's the third time we've seen them run that set where they continue to attack the right side of the floor, generally getting him on a little bit of ISO. He's missed a couple of those, but this time around got enough English on the glass and dropped it in and also got the contact. And so maybe the refs making up for that one call where initially we had the players stumble there. But, man, VCU just been super impressed with the way that they've been locked in since they've gotten the lead.
The 2+1 old school three-point play is converted from the line from Devontae Leggett. And VCU fans on their feet here, making sure there's noise in the building. They nearly get the steal there. Mullinex puts up a shot, no good. Fantastic defense right there from VCU. Davis running the floor. Gets it to West. West tried to go inside for Hewitt, but it was intercepted by Mullinex. Mullinex now has it. Swings it over. The Buckeyes trying to find something here. Davenport to post, and now the Buckeyes going to build momentum. How to find something here. The Rams making sure that they can't get a shot off. Clean look, no good. Davenport missed the three. Fans are delighted. Here's a shot from Hewitt, no good. Ivis the offensive rebound. The putback jam.
And that's what we talked about at the top. That's one of the team's strengths for VCU is they know how to hit the boards, and it's showing today. And they've also quietly taken a weakness and turned it into a strength as they lead and block shots. That's something that they're not known for. So VCU all over Ohio State today.
What a finish right there on the floor from Gerald Felker. As we have a timeout, and it is a 17-point affair here. VCU out in front.
England! England!
England.
Without a doubt.
England!
England.
England.
England!
England.
England! Scotland. France.
Wales.
Wales. Definitely Wales. Scotland.
Welcome back here on ESPN. It's been all Rams, and the fans here have been creating an atmosphere, and it has just been good basketball to watch. Would you say, Rico?
Well, I mean, I've loved just the aggressive nature of VCU, and I've liked the fight for them, really. Just the answer initially when a team comes into your building, they seize all the momentum, really hit you with a gut punch, and they were able to respond well. And I just love the fact that when I see teams really go out there and focus on what they have done traditionally throughout the season, and that's go inside. And so I think that VCU, even though that they were behind, they never got out of just their character as a team. And so I've been impressed with the way that they've responded.
Johnny Hobson, our player of the game, and rightfully so. I mean, he has just put his skills on display, especially on the national level. He's got 26 points in this contest, and he's shooting 13 of 21. I mean, he has just been a force for the Rams.
Yeah, man, he scored in so many different ways, as you see right here. Like, look at these post-ups and just a variety of ways that he scored. He's looked comfortable, and so that's what's been very impressive. And I think that coming into this game, I didn't know that he had the handle that he has. Like, he doesn't get flustered when you kind of press him and things like that. So very impressed with seeing him for the first time.
Pagnotti will turn it over. And it has just been mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake for Ohio State.
Yeah. Kind of reminds me of the former coach Mike Brown when he was talking about the Sacramento Kings, man. Just, man. And you're right. You're right on point with what's going on. I mean, it's just been really terrible for Ohio State after a hot start. I mean, who would have known that they would only have 19 points in the second half compared to VCU's 47 points. Like, what an outburst in the second half.
Bo Pagnotti misses another shot. He is now 3 for 12 on the floor as another shot for the Rams fall. Leggett gets the basket. He is hyping up the crowd. It's a 21-point advantage for the Rams. The fans here are saying, "Bah! Go Rams!" Are up 72-51. Pagnotti has it at the top of the key.
Yeah, I mean, it's just literally, it's bread and butter down there for this team. I mean, I'd love to just see the paint scores because they have just destroyed Ohio State inside tonight.
They try to run a pick and roll with Johnson. He elects to pass it back out. One on the shot clock. Davenport's just going to have to chuck it up, and it's no good. Lampkin the rebound. VCU coming the other way. They go inside. The layup is blocked. Johnson gets another one. Davenport now trying to find a little bit of daylight, being guarded closely by MJJ. Brick, Jackson, Jones. Davenport kicks it to Johnson. Johnson surveys, goes back to Davenport. 10 on the shot clock. Davenport, top of the key. Johnson offers a screen. There's 5 on the shot clock. Guarded by Lampkin now. Davenport crosses over, steps back. The jumper off the window, no good. Johnson could have collected the rebound. VCU travels with it now. Lampkin goes to Stoltz.
What I was going to say is I thought I was going to see a little. Ooh, wow.
Oh my gosh. Lampkin just shoved, and I mean shoved Pagnotti out of the way, and Pagnotti's like, come on, that's got to be a call. He shoved me to the floor.
Man, that is mind over matter right there, just moving the smaller player out of the way. But I was just going to say, you know, did you expect to see a little bit more from Cody Johnson today as far as just maybe impacting Ohio State in this game?
You know, I really thought we were. I mean, he's got 11 points in this game. He is shooting 100% from the floor, so he's had a solid statistical day, but his impact needs to be a little bit greater on the floor.
Yeah, I totally agree with that, and that's why sometimes I think when you look at that plus-minus box score number, you'll see like maybe an efficient number, but then when you look at the eye test, sometimes you wonder like, was that player really as impactful as they should have been on the floor today? So it's just a thought though.
Johnson has been rather effective on the floor. He is only -2. Every player on the Ohio State team is in the minus. As the offensive putback is good by McNamee. And I mean, this is just a mollywhopping here. VCU wiping the floor of the Buckeyes.
Yeah, I mean, look, if you need cleaning products, it's called Mr. Clean. That's exactly what VCU has been, the way that they've cleaned the glass tonight. I mean, they've just literally put on an exhibition on how it's done.
I mean, it is just, it's like the basketball is that shiny bald head of Mr. Clean. They're just gravitating towards it. As that ball goes out of bounds, the Buckeyes will retain possession. As we're talking about the rebounding game, of course, McNamee can't hold on to the rebound, loses it. Buckeyes get another possession. Hobson will check back into the contest here for VCU. Probably to put just to show off a couple more skills here under the lights of the nationally broadcasted game.
Yeah, man. I mean, he continues to play very well, and again, I just like.
I mean, that was a fantastic. I mean, Ohio State, they're just not taking good shots, plain and simple. Shot no good. Out of bounds. The Rams will retain possession.
Yeah, even right there, you could tell the effort level. Look at just how dejected right now you see on the sideline. Just a lot of stares out there. I mean, they are totally just been dismantled by VCU today.
You know, I know Jake Diebler, the Ohio State coach, and I know he's really an energetic, positive guy, but seeing him sit on the bench just kind of look defeated. He's just kind of letting his guys play. I mean, that's something that you really don't normally see. So this Buckeye team, especially as Big Ten conference play nears, could be something to watch for.
Yeah, you know what? This is the type of stuff where you don't want this to kind of ruin your season before it starts. And so, you know, if I'm the head coach, maybe we look at this film for maybe a minute or so. Maybe we even just throw it out, okay? Because this was pretty much a bad showing. I mean, maybe we look at the first couple minutes to start of the game and we take that and we build from this, because this was a tough, I think, headed for a loss for Ohio State today. So
Ohio State did come into this contest winners of their last two contests, but you think that momentum would stick here, but instead it's just been all VCU here on the home floor. As that layup kisses off the window, good for Fultz.
Yeah, and I mean, this is something that they can take, like I said, experience-wise, because there was a lot of things I think early on that they did well. I liked how that they were spreading the floor. They were just running a variety of things, but I think once VCU really figured out what they were doing and made them one-dimensional and made them play their game, that I think that's where Ohio State really got rattled. They weren't able to counter.
Nice left hook right there from Ivis as the lead continues to grow here for the Rams. One thing that they do here at the Siegel Center, though that's why their fans are still building up excitement here. If the Rams beat their opponent by 30+ points, there's a local pizza place right down the road. They give out free pizzas if the Rams win by 30 points or more. So the fans are encouraging their guys to shoot.
Oh my goodness. I'm getting excited for them. That sounds great right now.
I think I know where we're going after the game. West from the corner. Oh, he's got it! They're going to give him a 2. It's a 29-point game. This place is going crazy. They will need a stop here. 90 seconds to play.
Wow, can they get there?
Pagnotti goes in. Is he going to be the villain? He is. It's back to 26 points. Oh, man.
Let's see if they can. Maybe they'll go for it again here. Let's see what happens.
It's a 27-point lead. The fans are on their feet. They want a three-pointer. Ivis will turn around. No good. Oh, man.
3 peats on the line. Yeah. Oh.
And that dunk, that poster's probably going to solidify that. Because that was a nice play right there from Marlo Fultz. The fans still willing their guys on, but Ryan Odom is saying, hey, guys, let's tone it down.
Yeah, I mean, you could definitely tell that Ohio State is really waving the white flag at this point. I mean, they completely, just like I said, I continue to say, they just got dismantled today. So a tough loss for them.
Crew Hess has it. He'll swing it to West. West for three. No good with 30 seconds to play. So no free pizzas in the arena tonight.
Sorry, we can still go, though.
Oh, yeah. Oh, for sure. But the Rams fans will be happy with this win, as they will just dribble the clock out here. Rico, your final thoughts here on this contest?
Super impressed with just the way VCU executed their game plan. I love how they are able to withstand the run. And again, man, with Hobson, I'm super impressed with this guy's game. Man, I look forward to seeing him some more this season. I think that maybe he turns into a pleasant surprise if he goes and elects to go to the next level.
That's all the time we have for here on ESPN. VCU victorious 86-61. For Rico, my name is Samuel Goldberg. SimWorld Sports is the only place where you can see the game, be the game. Have a good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Going up.
See the game, be the game.
Green light, let's get it. 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 I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Hello, I'm Timothy. I got the recipe. I got the flow. I got the remedy. I know they do. I know they envy me. Feet on the floor. What they gon' say now? We came along from last place, bottom to top of the fast pace. Out of the surf, I get touchdown. I take a loss, get it back 8. I'm in the gym putting numbers up. You never there, you got bad traits. Never excuses or cover ups. Learn from the losses and bad breaks. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Who said I wasn't him? Who said it? All this talk about who's on top and who's not. Miss me with the gospel. Check the score, yeah. See me coming off the screen. Know I gave myself the green light. Catch a shoe from the 3. If I'm not the one, it doesn't seem right. I need like 2, 4, 5, 6 in them rings. I'm talking back to back to back like 23. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Green light, let's get it. I'm the future, I'm in it. Check score, I'm winning. Green light, let's get it. I just win, 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 win. I'm on 10, 10, 10, 10, 10.
It's a quiet afternoon, ain't nothing on TV. Trying to find something to do, so I call on my freak. Ask her if she will come through. She says in a heartbeat, she's so down. She says it might not be till 3, 'cause I need to prepare. I say I just can't wait to see what are you gonna wear. She says nothing but my shoes, my coat, and my hair. She's so down. She's my slave whenever I have lonely days. She pleases me in every way. All I can say, nobody can do me like she do. She's so fine. I can't get her out of my mind. There never is a day that goes by that I'm not thinking of her. 'Cause she's my super lover. My super lover, my super lover. It's a late night creep coming home from the club. Shorty two-ways me and says, come get her back now with strawberries and whipped cream while I lay in the tub. She's so down. I draw off for a while, now she's got on a thong. I drop my towel and step out and I hear her playing my song. When the hook rolls around, you know what's going on. She's so down. She's my slave. Whenever I have lonely days, she pleases me in every way. All I can say, nobody can do me like she do. She's so fine. I can't get her out of my mind. I can't get her out of my mind. There is a day that goes by that I'm not thinking of her. 'Cause she's my super lover. My super lover. My super lover. So down. She's so down. She gives me all the love I want and I need. Knows what it takes to please a man like me. She's everything I could ever ask for. She's my slave whenever I have lonely days. She pleases me in every way. She pleases me in every way. All I can say, nobody can do me like she do. No one. She's so fine. So fine. I can't get her out of my mind. I can't get her out of my mind. There never is a day that goes by that I'm not thinking of her. 'Cause she's my super lover. She's my super lover. She's my slave. Whoa. She pleases me in every way. Nobody can do me like she do. She's so fine. There never is a day that goes by. 'Cause she's my super lover. I am the truth. It take a giant to fit on my shoes. Switch out the suit. Ask so much, that's when I step out the booth. Flip on the news. Hot off the press, homie, I'm that dude. King of the zoo. Striking the tech, I left it in the room. Got designer on my body. Selfies in the private jet. Hop out of the new Bugatti. This is how you move like a boss. When you got it, go and show it. Dripping out, shining like the stars. Make them all flop. Round of applause. This is how you move like a boss. With the sauce. Like a boss. Hey, boss. This is how you move like a boss. Like a boss. Money in the bank, like I own the bank. And it's a funny thing, cause money ain't a thing. 24 karat rings, got me giving thanks, but I still got the range. This is how you move like a boss. When you got it, go and show it. Dripping out, shining like the stars. Make them all flop, round of applause. This is how you move like a boss. With the sauce, like a boss. Hey, this is how you move like a boss. I got the swag for real. Hit the toe dripping in my bag for real. Looking like a happy meal. I'm a snap for real. This is how you move like a boss. When you got it, go and show it. Dripping out, shining like the stars. Make them all flop. Round of applause. This is how you move like a boss. Go ahead, hit them with the sauce. So good up and take a little pause. Shine like a star. Round of applause. This is how you move like a boss. With the sauce. Like a boss. Hey, boss. This is how you move like a boss.
Welcome in, ladies and gentlemen, to the Liacouras Center here in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, for a matchup between the Temple Owls and the Rutgers Scarlet Knights. I'm your pilot, Jason J.K. Candell, for this one, joined alongside Coach Assad Drayton here. Going to be joining the SimWorld U ranks next season with the Syracuse Orange. But for this Rutgers team, they have won 3 in a row. You look at the starting lineups right there: Kamarian Goodyear and Dylan Harper in the backcourt. That's the thing. That's the thing to watch for these Scarlet Knights. You have Jermaine Owens down low. This is a very, very good Rutgers team. They've won 3 in a row. They've won 4 of their last 5, and now they take on a 6-9 Temple team who is not to be taken lightly. Coach Drayton.
Oh, I 100% agree that this Temple team has shooters. They have defenders. They're the prototypical college basketball team. They're not necessarily big, but they're scrappy in all the right ways. And if Rutgers doesn't play good, team-orientated basketball, I think this one can get out of hand for them.
Harper kicks it out. Long 3 for Rutgers. No good. Pulling it down is Temple right there. That's Myron Villela, starting point guard. Senior, been one of the most consistent players for this Temple team. Villela kicks it inside to A.J. Frost. A.J. Frost, true freshman, pulls, no good. Inside, rejected on the offensive rebound. Going the other way is Rutgers. Rutgers, they're known for their shot blockers inside. Speaking of Jermaine Owens, can't get that one to go. Puts it right back up and gets it to go. 2-0 lead for the Scarlet Knights in the city of brotherly love. It's only fitting you and I are on this call, Coach Drayton. Two East Coast natives watching 2 East Coast teams. Villela inside on the drive right there. We're knotted up at 2.
I mean, this game is about as close to home as it can get for me. Terrible backcourt by the young guy, Dylan Harper right there. Didn't watch where his foot was going.
Dylan Harper, bad backcourt violation right there. He's been great for this team from the scoring perspective, but he did just show his youth right there. 18:39 to play in this first half. AJ Frost inbounding it. Temple trying to make something happen. They have plenty of time to do so. Villela inside, penetrates the defense and the slam. 18:28 to play in this game, and Myron Villela has all 4 points for the Owls.
Well, you gotta love it when guards start off hot, and he was willing to take Jermaine Owens in the one-on-one action right there. Caught him off balance and was able to finish strong at the rim.
Certainly, Dylan Harper draws a mismatch right there, gets the screen from Owens, kicks it out to Goodyear from 3, and it's good! Kamarian Goodyear giving Rutgers the lead right back. We talked about the backcourt in that quick little open we did, Coach Drayton, and that backcourt has been performing very strongly for Rutgers to date. Kamarian Goodyear with that 3 right there. Dylan Harper gets a lot of the love, but still 14.4 a night for Kamarian Goodyear. One of the more underrated guards in SimWorld U.
And I think it's when you play with a star-studded cast, that when you have a big like Jermaine Owen, and when you play with a point guard like Dylan Harper, that sometimes he gets lost in the noise of like who's actually contributing.
Long 2 right there. Temple gets that one to go. That's Stellan Benz. Stellan Benz, the senior, 6'10", 225. Another guy that's looking to prove himself to those SWBA scouts. There's a lot of great big men in SimWorld U, so there are guys like Stellan Benz who just struggle to kind of separate themselves from the pack. We see Jamison Johnsons, we see Lamarian Sherwoods, we see even Che Kings and the Johnny Baldwins. After that, there's so many guys trying to prove themselves. But look at Dylan Harper right there, Coach Drayton.
I mean, I absolutely love Dylan Harper's game. Ramsey, New Jersey native, Don Bosco Prep alumni. If you're an Ironman, stand up. But what I do like that Temple's doing is they haven't been afraid to attack. The better defenders on Rutgers, those are the guys that they're calling out in the ISOs, because they feel like if we can beat these guys, who's anybody else?
Very respected strategy here by second-year head coach Adam Fisher. Trying to get something going. Justin Solomon finds Harper. Harper in iso ball inside, able to penetrate the defense yet again. Bad bounce off the rim. And Temple with the chance to equalize right now. Open 3, AJ Frost. He's improved, or Angelo Roman. He's improving his three-point stroke. He's shooting about 32-ish% from long range. That's a big triple to cut this lead to 1 for Rutgers.
And Rutgers has done it all outside today. And right as I say that, they score inside. I would like to see Rutgers take more approaches attacking inside. I do think Jermaine Owens is capable of scoring on the inside. I think Dylan Harper on the pick and roll can score on the inside. I think they have the talent to really run away with this game if they play their game.
And that's a charge on Justin Solomon right there, negating the beautiful block from Jermaine Owens on Myron Villela right there. And we're going to see Steve Piquel go to the drawing board, make some changes. Orlin Mock is third coming into the game. Orlin lock you up is what they call him in that locker room. And he will be the one tasked with guarding Myron Villela. He forces that shot on Villela. Rebound goes to Rutgers. But like I was saying, Coach Drayton, you were talking about all the elite big men in SimWorld U. A guy like Stellan Benz really gets overshadowed. DeMonte Gates called for the foul right there. And one opportunity, three-point play. Going to the line is Kamarian Goodyear.
Who wants to be that guy to talk about one of their former players all game? Oh, wait, that's me. Kamarian Goodyear is an absolute dog. I feel like he's one of those guys. Again, I said it earlier in the broadcast that because of how star-studded this team is, I think people forget that he's not only the team captain but I think he's second in the team in points. An efficient scorer, an amazing role player that's going to take what's given to him without doing anything extra.
Definitely. Villela taking the ball up, draws a screen right there, has some room to work, draws Owens, takes the jumper though. Interesting shot right there. Owens pulls down the rebound. Coach Drayton, I want to know, there's been a lot of controversy over that the SWBA #1 pick. A lot of Cooper Kingy Cross buzz, a lot of Lamarian Sherwood buzz, a lot of Jameson Johnson buzz. Personally, I'm a Jameson Johnson guy. What do you think? And Jermaine Owens puts on his best Lamarian Sherwood impression right there, beasting himself down low.
I think there's really only one right answer. I know everybody's loving the guy that's dominating right now, but that's bigs that dominate in the interior and the low post usually are guys that don't go first overall. So you have to go with the player that has the most upside. As far as upside goes, it's Jameson Johnson, the guy from Toms River. It's purely that simple. When you want a big that can shoot, or can be a secondary playmaker, or defend, or has high athletic upside, Jameson Johnson checks every box that you can ask for. The only thing that you can question is where does his heart lie? Is he somebody when your franchise struggling and you know you're going to have to bring in the additional talent and draft pick, can he handle being the guy to be a part of that rebuild? Because we know that takes a toll on some younger superstars who have won their entire careers.
Absolutely. What are we thinking about Trey Turner, though? A lot of the buzz lately for guards has went to Jalen Snow, has went to DJ Wagner, and has went to Cooper Kingy Cross. And it feels like he's slipping down draft boards a little bit. I'm expecting him to go later in the top 10.
I think Trey Turner is an absolute stud, but again, he's a guy like Dalton Connect, that when he's really on, scorching, absolute flames. A great sense in making him a lottery pick, but when he's off, you start to question why was he picked this early if this is the main factor to his game.
Understandable. But remember, folks, SimWorld has so much for the people to offer. Things have been great. There's a lot that's been going on. SimWorld Prep, SimWorld U, another prep tournament this weekend, but Temple calls timeout. They're down 12 right now, and I will happen to agree with you about Jameson Johnson being the #1 pick come June. I think he's the most complete prospect in all of SimWorld U. I think he's the best player in SimWorld U. But speaking about the best in their topic, SimWorld Sports, 5 stars, great community, some of the most immersion I've ever seen, and it's totally free. It costs nothing to be a part of the SimWorld family, so you're wasting your time if you're not joining us. Be a player, coach, fan, or more at discord.gg/SimWorld Hoops. And Dylan Harper hits the pine for the Scarlet Knights. Could this be where we see Temple start to kind of climb their way back into this one?
I think, again, another underrated part to this Rutgers team is their depth. I think Cuddy Zoe is not Dylan Harper. I'm by no stretch of the imagination saying that. But when guys go to the bench, guys pick right back up. Orland Mock's an amazing point guard. He's able to read and move things on the floor. They have Cuddy Zoe. They have Darian Weatherspoon. They have Tyron Snyder if they need a backup defensive big. This team's depth is actually the scary part, and the only reason why it's not talked about more is because this is a relatively young team when you compare them to some of the better teams in SimWorld U.
Certainly, it's looking like Iowa and Maryland are the favorites in the Big Ten right now, but next year, I think it might be Rutgers Conference, and one right there. Snyder called for the foul. Leonidas Papadopoulos going to the line for the three-point play. The real Greek freak. Giannis who? This is the real Greek freak, Coach Drayton.
I mean, I don't want to speak too much on that. That's just crazy saying he's the real Greek freak. Everybody knows Thanasis is the real Greek freak.
I thought it was Alex.
Isn't Alex the one that kicks people? He's the Greek weirdo when you're talking about a freaking Thanasis. And absolutely lacing one right there is Cuddy Zoe.
Cuddy Zoe coming into the game, quickly making his presence felt. Blocked a 3, and now hits a 3. Cuddy Zoe, one of the more underrated players on this Rutgers team. There's so many guards on this team that do it. Papadopoulos right inside, but Cuddy Zoe, you have Orlin Mock, you have Dylan Harper, you have Kamarian Goodyear. A guy like Cuddy Zoe, who's averaging just under 9 points per game, really gets overshadowed by so many elite talents. And Dylan Harper sending him flying jumper right there. Pull-up jumper gets the shot to go. I guess Steve Piquel is not letting him hit the pine, and he's going to let his star cook right now.
And when you say cook, he's definitely cooking with every type of oil that there is, because he fried that man right there.
Certainly. Harper drawing the 101 defense right there. Gets the matchup with AJ Frost. Frost just going to kick it out. Frost inside. No good. Jermaine Owens on the rebound. DeMonte Gates couldn't get the shot to go. But talking about this Rutgers team, you see a bit of a common denominator here, Coach Drayton. That's a lot of guys who come from a very similar SimWorld prep program, and that's Philadelphia Elite. Dries Williams has sent a lot of his guys to Rutgers. He sent Orlin Mock there. He sent Jermaine Owens there. And then we have a lot of Philadelphia Elite ties on the other side. We have AJ Frost and Angelo Roman, both of Philadelphia Elite. So, Coach Dries Williams, if you're tuning into this one, I bet you are quite the happy man.
I mean, on that Rutgers side, there does happen to be another coach who did send a fair amount of players to that side, but that's neither here nor there. I think Dries Williams is absolutely top flight when it comes to coaching. He's developed a lot of guys. He's not always given his credit because you know the more staunch personalities, the less likely people are to like you. So because Dries is a strong personality, people often try and discredit him or act like his players and him are too braggadocious and root against him to fail, and they just always come out with the results.
Certainly. Seeing a big new lineup out there for Rutgers, looking like Dylan Harper is finally going to take a seat, or new lineup out there for Temple, but Dylan Harper is still taking a seat. 15-point lead for Rutgers. Missed free throw right there. Bit of a wonky shot form there. Looked a little bit janky, Coach Drayton.
Nothing irks my soul more than seeing a missed free throw, because it's literally the easiest shot you're ever going to get. And it's the most missed shot I've seen in college basketball this year. It's not the step back three that I've seen a million of. It's not the turnaround jumper, the offhand post hook. No, it's a free throw. That's what I've seen people miss the most of.
I mean, we just saw Rutgers miss a pretty bad layup. Dropped him right there. Oh my God, had him feeling earth. Right there, Coach Drayton.
Turned him completely into a plant as he was rooted deeply into the ground on that one.
Jedrick Sandlin, one of the bench guards for Steve Piquel's squad. Long three for Temple, can't get it to go. What really stands out about this Rutgers team is the fact that they make you run everywhere. They can outrun you, they can outgun you, and they just outgun Temple right there. 18-point lead for the Scarlet Knights with just under 12 minutes to play in this one. Or just over.
I mean, this was the exact thing that I was saying, that when Rutgers is playing team basketball and everybody's getting involved and it's not just the Dylan Harper show, I'm not saying they're unbeatable, but they're definitely one of the tougher teams to beat.
Certainly. And something that really stands out to me about Rutgers is they have big guys. They don't rebound it necessarily well, but they've managed. They've won 4 or 5. They're hitting their stride right as conference play will hit next week. We're going to get to see some great conference battles and rivalry battles. What are you most excited to see come conference play, Coach Drayton?
I'm excited to see how Syracuse does in conference. A lot of people have been betting that this team won't win a game. I 100% believe that they'll beat Wake Forest.
It's unfortunate. I was really high on Wake Forest coming into the year, and I guess I maybe overestimated J.C. Graham a little bit, which I'll take that one to heart. That one's on me, ladies and gentlemen. If you bet, do not take betting advice from me. But inside, Rutgers, double team doesn't matter.
And we do have to say, SimWorld does not condone any form of sports betting.
Fisher and the Owls call timeout. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching SimWorld U Basketball on ESPN.
Yeah, you know the deal. You know it's your boy Maestro. Just giving you a chance to say, hook up with us here in SimWorld Hoops. Do your game. Think you got the brain, be the coach. Think you got the game, be the player. Want to hang out and just party and just get it done together and have some fun talking about ball? We can do that too. You know the deal. See the game, be the game.
Do you have the mind of a coach? Are you willing to fight for your players? Can you handle it when things get heated? Can you manage your star player's ego? Can you handle the stress? Can you become a legend? The only place in the world where you can coach live in a virtual world. SimWorld Sports.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Coach Drayton had to take an extended bathroom break. We apologize for the extended commercial break, but we're back here, and let's talk about this Rutgers team. They've won 3 in a row, and they look like they have no signs of stopping anytime soon. What have you seen from them tonight?
Team basketball, and as I've coached some of these guys, and then some of these guys are coached by Coach Drees. Those are 2 things that we harp on. So when seeing a team that functions well as a well-oiled machine, and it's we ball, not me ball, it's why they have the lead. Nobody's really take any ill-advised shots. Everybody's crashing the boards. Everybody's trying to hustle on defense. Everybody's running the break. it seems like they're a well-oiled machine.
Snyder called for his third foul of the game. Looking like Patel is going to have to take him out of the game. Tyrone Snyder, 6'8" sophomore, probably has to hit the bench. 3 fouls in, 13 and a half minutes? I don't know how you can justify keeping him in the game.
I mean, it'd be good to let him get a breather, talk it over with him, say, hey, you don't have to be as aggressive as you are. We do have Jermaine Owens. While they're not necessarily deep at big, they have a lot of competent bigs. Demarion Mitchell is definitely going to be a competent defender. Again, this Rutgers team is a lot deeper than people give it credit for.
Absolutely, Coach Drayton. And that shot right there by Tyquan Fulmer-Jones doesn't go. You talk about you harp on your frustrations on free throws, misses another one right there.
At this point, I have to start blaming people's high school and prep coaches if you can't hit a free throw.
So, how much are you going to harp on free throws when you get to Syracuse?
Seeing as it's probably the only shots we'll make, I'm definitely harping on it heavy.
Big news coming out of on the SimWorld U front today. Keon Anthony stepping away from basketball, and disheartening development for Coach Drayton in the orange, but we're wishing him the best here. Mental health always comes first, and whatever his reasons may be, he has those reasons. So remember to respect those folks.
And while I'm hurt, definitely was looking forward to coaching Keon Anthony. I'm a Carmelo fan. If anybody's seen the rebound segment, the voice that you're hearing before it gets to the rebound segment is Carmelo Anthony. So while I am hurt, at the end of the day, his reasons are his own, and I'm wishing him and the Anthony family the absolute best in all their endeavors. But the show must go on.
Marion Goodyear called for his first foul of the game. Going to the line is Myron Villela, 72.2% free throw shooter. And Myron Villela, quite the interesting player for this team, Coach Drayton. He's averaging about 13 points a game. He's been having a really underrated season. But Villela, teammates love him. That's all I heard when I got to talk to Adam Fisher, when I got to talk to Angelo Roman and AJ Frost. That was what they harped on. But Myron Villela loves boxing, loves poetry, comic book collecting, and taekwondo. Talk about a man of many talents, man.
As somebody who did anything and everything to stay out of trouble in the mean streets of New Brunswick. New Brunswick's not rough. I'm not gonna lie, it's not rough. But to do anything and everything to stay out of trouble, I have a big comic book collection. I've read every X-Men comic since their publication in the 80s, from then up until 2016, and so I can understand having a comic book collection. It's one of those things that you can really tie into everything, because who doesn't love an underdog story about a team of teenagers that don't belong trying to find their place in the world?
I'm sure if anybody can relate to that, it's a SimWorld U player like Myron Villela, who I'm sure throughout his life has felt like he can't belong. Kamarian Goodyear going to the line. Leonidas Papadopoulos called for the foul. Temple shooting 28% in this game, trailing by 18. And Coach Drayton, it's good to hear about your outside of basketball endeavors and how you can share those with Myron Villela, because he continued to talk about it in the interviews I've had with him. Very level-headed kid. Kind of quiet. Wouldn't shut up once I started asking him about that, so with these quiet players, it's all about what helps make them feel comfortable. Because remember, most of these guys, they're still in the kid, young adult era of their lives, and SimWorld can be a lot of pressure. We heard about Kevon Jackson. We heard about Keon Anthony stepping away from basketball. Kevon Jackson might never play basketball again, and he's probably out for the season. Sometimes the pressures of SimWorld basketball just get to you.
And I think that's something that people don't really understand and harp on. We had Aiden Weaver also step away. Oh my God. Step away for mental health. Sometimes people forget that the pressures of college basketball, and some of these guys are the first person in their family to really be successful at anything. And carrying that weight on your shoulders, that pressure can be unbearable. With DIL deals and all that stuff, some people can feel like, hey, if I don't make it out, then my family just stuck. There's nothing else for us. Everybody's riding on me making it pro or me making a name for myself, and the weight of that alone can be unbearable.
Absolutely, I understand that. It can be scary, so I feel for these players. But I'm going to take a quick moment to advertise SimWorld TV. SimWorld basketball on Monday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. The New Mexico Lobos taking on my Michigan State Spartans at the Jack Breslin Student Event Center. That'll be one you can't miss. Michigan State's won 3 in a row, and New Mexico is no slouch, so Jai Ed versus Ireland Early will be quite the matchup.
I mean, I'm going to break it down plain and simple. There's very few coaches that I think are hacks, and Tom Izzo's a hack.
You think Tom Izzo's a hack?
Nah, JK, I just wanted to get that reaction out of you.
I was about to call you I was about to say you have no business coaching SimWorld basketball, and you might be the craziest man alive, but understandable. I know you grew up a Buckeyes fan, so I can understand it.
I mean, he's all right. He's no John Calipari, but that's neither here nor there.
Okay, buddy. Leonidas Papadopoulos on the slam, making his Greek ancestors proud with that ferocity.
It seems like Rutgers, while they're playing exceptional defense, it seems like they really keep on messing up on the switches and dropping and icing on the pick and roll. It doesn't seem like they have a consistent coverage that they're doing. It seems like whatever somebody's doing, the next person does the complete opposite, and it's allowed the the guards, period, for Temple to really get their run at the basket.
Jumper right there, Villela, no good. Rutgers leading by 19, looking to extend that right now. Draws the screen right there. Beautiful pass right there, beautiful slam right there. Demarion Mitchell on the slam, on the feed from Cuddy Zoe. Villela inside, gets past the defense again, but the floater can't go. It's a bad shake of things right there, because he got past the defense at ease. Coach Drayton, what we talk about with this Rutgers team is they play great team basketball. Everyone's been playing their part tonight. This really feels like the antithesis of the game we were on the broadcast for last week, where we got to see D. Woodley put up 44 points, and it was really just a me, Jackson State, D. Woodley kind of game.
And what makes that ironic is in that game, I said in order for them to win, they would have to play the exact opposite way, and then D. Woodley goes and felt like he personally gave me 40. And then I say in order for this Rutgers team to be good, they have to play team basketball, and then they've done literally that. So the antithesis of both things can be true, that some teams can function with one guy being the star with slight guys stepping up here and there, and then the other thing can also be true, that a team like Rutgers, that when everybody's locked in and everybody's playing their role, they are a team that's really tough to beat.
Certainly, and Villela draws the foul right there with a chance for a three-point play. Free throw right here will make it a 20-point game in favor of the Scarlet Knights. Villela puts the shot up. It's good. 20-point lead for Rutgers still. it's looking like we're just seeing great team basketball. That's I think the most fun thing about being on these games every Thursday night with ESPN. Mitchell called for the foul right there. Tyquan Fulmer-Jones called for his first of the half. But that's the fun thing about calling these games for ESPN, Coach Drayton. We get to see so many different styles of basketball in SimWorld basketball, and so many teams have different philosophies and ideologies and stars, and it's been so much fun to kind of watch that unfold throughout this season.
It's why I often say that college basketball is the purest form of basketball. Nobody's trying to do no monkey see, monkey do, or, oh, these guys having success doing this, I'll just copy that. Most coaches have their own identities and build their rosters in such way, and they're just trying to carve out wins with what they believe is the best brand of basketball.
Certainly. Every coach has their different philosophy, yet they all work in different ways to an extent. Tom Izzo plays through his guards. John Calipari plays through his bigs. So, and yet they're both considered two of the greatest coaches in SimWorld New history. So it's all about how you want to play. Except Calipari's led by a guard in DJ Wagner this year. Nice feed right there. Orland Mock gets that shot to go. 24-point lead for the Scarlet Knights with 1:15 to play in this first half.
JK, would you say that was an elite connection? Oh, come on. I gave you an easy one, JK. They both played for Philadelphia Elite last year. Oh, y'all kill me.
Yes, it was an Philadelphia Elite connection right there. So I will give you that, Coach Drayton. However, Orland Mock trying to get something going right there. Mitchell inside. Called for the charge right there. That's his second of the half. 4th team foul for the Scarlet Knights. Temple gets the ball back, but how much can they really eat into this deficit before the half?
Before the half, I think exactly 2 points.
Myron Valella going to the line 4-2. Absolutely, and what I feel like we really haven't talked about today is Dylan Harper. We haven't seen him on the floor in a good while, yet Rutgers is still leading by this much. Testament to that while he's leading them with just about 19 points per game, he's not just their only impact player. Mitchell gets stuffed right there.
I mean, he perfectly trailed it for the block. I thought Mitchell was going to have an easy score right there, and that somehow got smacked off the glass with a tough finish, and it might be the exact 2 points that I was saying.
Certainly. Rutgers waiting for the last shot. They're going to Cuddy Zoe. Zoe holding it. A little bit of trying to direct some traffic. Zoe, long two. No good, and that's going to take us to the half where Rutgers dominates Temple 51-29. This first half has been all Rutgers, Coach Drayton. I can't wait to get into the SimWorld U ESPN halftime report presented by Speedo, because this first half has been all Rutgers with Dylan Harper out there, without Dylan Harper out there. Rutgers has just continued the offensive onslaught against the poor Owls. Deuce Turner, I'm sure, is either in attendance or watching this game on TV right now and is disappointed in what he's seeing against another East Coast team in the Scarlet Knights. It's been all Dylan Harper, it's been all Kamari and Goodyear, and that guard duo has been too much for Temple to handle, Coach Drayton.
I would say that Deuce probably feels a little good because he's a big star. I think he's one of the more talented guards in all of SimWorld Prep. So if he feels like he's going to come in and play the Myron Valella role, he definitely is happy with what those shots look like.
Absolutely. And we still have a second half on tap. Don't go anywhere, everybody. You're watching SimWorld U Basketball on ESPN.
See the game, be the game.
Ladies
we ask your forgiveness. Please forgive our immaturity, our outbursts of tacky compliments. Forgive our browser history. Forgive our hormones taking control of us. Forgive us for thinking an open shirt is the ultimate weapon of appeal. Forgive us for opening our beers like primates. Forgive for taking a no as a yes. For insisting on playing a guitar that doesn't exist. And please forgive us for never washing our hands. Ever! Schneider, the beer with the exact maturity for the man who's in the process.
Welcome to second half action here at ESPN, where Rutgers had the offensive onslaught in the first half. Dylan Harper just 8 points, but it doesn't matter. Rutgers took a 22-point lead into the half, but Myron Villela has 13 of the 29 Temple points, and he's looking for more. He's hungry right now, and it's really looking like he's the only player on this Temple team that came to play tonight, Coach Drayton. And that's stolen by Rutgers.
And I'm going to say I want to see more offensive actions for Angelo Roman, more offensive actions for A.J. Frost, because these are guys that can score. They're both elite, better shooters. I don't want to say elite. That's probably held for guys at the very, very top, but they're good shooters. Rutgers does have a tendency to allow teams to get open at the three. So the fact that the coach isn't calling any of those types of actions to allow these guys to at least get comfortable taking the shot is crazy.
Absolutely. Nice alley-oop right there, but a bit of a wacky finish. Doesn't matter. Coach Drayton, I see this as burning question time between you and I. So I have a question that I want to ask you, and I'm sure the ladies and gentlemen at home have the same question. A.J. Frost called for a big foul right there. But like I was saying, if you could give me your dream SimWorld Hoops starting lineup, 1 to 5, 2 guards, 2 forwards, and a big, or however you want to draft it, what would your dream SimWorld Hoops starting lineup look like?
This is all time or in SimWorld U right now?
Right now. I'll have you on the show to do all time.
All right. At the 1, give me Vincent Magic. He's literally Russell Westbrook reincarnated. I don't even think that's not up for question. At the 2 guard, give me Trey Turner. I mean, lights out shooter. Nobody can really question why I would go there. At the 3, gonna make some people scratch their heads here, but I always like being a little bit of controversial. I'm gonna go Donald Afidi at the 3.
DIY, do it yourself.
At the 4, there's a multitude of guys I would pick, but because I always like my forwards to be the more focal point of the offense, I'm going to go Jamison Johnson right there. And I'm going to shock everybody with this last pick. Give me Arizona center Corey Yams, because when you're talking about players that do it all, I think he's one of those bigs that if you just watch his game, you would say that he contributes on both ends of the floor. He can pass, he can finish. He's willing to do it all, and then his ability to defend makes him a sought-after player to me that you would want at big. I don't necessarily need the 5 to be like some offensive savant. I'm not into the Lamarion Sherwoods. I have Jamison Johnson. I don't need a guy to take you off the dribble like Jalen Snow, but because I have Trey Turner. And then I have a combo wing like Fareed Redmond that can score from anywhere, and I have Vincent Magic that when he beats you off the dribble, he's probably going to punch on whoever you have in the paint.
Absolutely, I understand that. Name we haven't said a lot today. Stellan Benz called for that foul. But I'm interested in why you chose Trey Turner over Cooper Kingy Cross.
I already have a point guard. I don't need CKC. I think he's a better player than Trey Turner, but this is building a team.
All right, that's fair. Marion Mitchell going to the line right now. Mitchell hits it. 21-point lead for Rutgers. And there comes that man back into the game. Kamarian Goodyear back into the game. Cuddy Zoe being subbed out for the Scarlet Knights.
I mean, this Rutgers team is just absolutely top to bottom played well. I think everybody on the team has at least 1 or 2 shots made. Everybody on the team, it seems like, has a block. Everybody on the team has like an assist. They're just playing great team basketball.
It's looking like not really like much of a contest out there tonight. That doesn't matter. We here on ESPN are here to give you what you want to see. Jermaine Owens inside, beasting himself.
I mean, when a team's playing this well and they're running the break and everybody's touching the ball and then everybody's sliding and shuffling their feet on defense, it's going to be hard to beat a team like this, period.
Absolutely. However, Big Ten play, or conference play, across SimWorld U starts early next week. So I'm interested to see how Rutgers will fare in the Big Ten Conference that looks like there's only really 2 teams at the top of it.
I think they finished probably 3rd or 4th place. I'm not necessarily believing that a Maryland team can just dominate these guys, and I do think that if it ever happens, and big if Michigan somehow, by some odd chance, has Pizanski and Phenom become an actual tandem instead of 2 individuals that play on the same court, I think they can be dangerous. They have a great point guard in Samuel Bogus. Anybody who knows me, I'm a fan of big shot Boggs, but that's just me.
And next time Rutgers takes the floor, they're going to return home. They host San Diego State on Monday night. They return to Piscataway. But tomorrow night, no SimWorld U action being nationally broadcast. Apologies, ladies and gentlemen. But who would you say in the Big Ten is better than this Rutgers team? Because to me, Iowa. It's not just Lamarion Sherwood. I'm a big Stacey Van Arsdale guy, and I really like what Enzo Wolf has done for them on the recruiting front, bringing out Caitlin Clark to talk to Nick Brewer. This Iowa team is going to be fun, with or without Lamarion Sherwood.
I would say Michigan if they get their stuff together.
I don't know how much faith I have in that.
I mean, you're a Michigan State guy. I don't think you've ever had faith in Michigan. Indiana. Indiana, when they're not playing like rabid dogs and they're consistently shooting, they're definitely a deadly team. Illinois, when when D'Angelo Jordan is playing at peak, he and them can be a tough team to match up with. There's a lot of talent in the Big Ten.
Foul right there. Kamarian Goodyear called for his second. Going to the line is AJ Frost. Angelo Roman, excuse me. Them Philadelphia elites, man. Shout out Coach Drees Williams. Here's how I think the Big Ten shapes out. I think we see Iowa finish first, and then from there, it could be anybody's. Maryland, I like them, but if they're a CKC off night away from really taking a slip, I don't trust their supporting cast whatsoever. But I like Michigan. I as much as I hate to say it, I like Michigan. If Pizarski and Phenom can overcome their issues and start working together in tandem, like you said, instead of being a battle of egos, because Lorenzo Phenom's ego's bruised after Pizarski's Player of the Week, I think they could do some damage. I think Michigan State with Jayed and Jadrian Elliott in the backcourt can do some damage. I like Cody Johnson at Ohio State. We saw them earlier tonight. And I like Mackenzie Mbako and the Hoosiers, but the Hoosiers have been kind of sliding lately.
I mean, I don't want to say that the talent is there for them to be great as far as a lot of the Big Ten teams go, but the talent's there for them to be something great. I definitely feel like some of these teams are maybe a player or two away. Like, I don't know if I necessarily look at Indiana's roster and immediately say that they could be the number 2 team in the Big Ten. I think, for all intents and purposes, it's Michigan in my mind until somebody proves me wrong. I don't believe in Maryland and CKC because the moment he runs out of gas, and it's going to happen, it happens to all players that are on heaters like this. It happened to Miles Powell. It can happen to anybody. Whenever they're on long heaters like this and they feel like they're unstoppable, they have like a 4 or 5 game streak where they just completely struggle. And I think
Miles Powell, what a pull.
And I think that's ultimately what happens to Maryland. That if something like that happens to Rutgers, that you still have Kamarian Goodyear, you still have Jermaine Owens, you still have Cuddy Zoe. When Cooper Kinsey Cross isn't doing his thing, yes, you can say Keith Anthony steps up and some of the other guys contribute, but they don't have another elite scorer.
That's similarly to how I feel about Minnesota. DIY, do-it-yourself Fetty. Get him a second scorer, they're dangerous. I'd say they're a top 15 team in the country if you get him a true second option.
The only reason why I don't think that'll ever happen is because I don't see why he would come back to this school. He has no business coming back to Minnesota.
That's fair. I can't combat it because it's true. 14 minutes left in this one. Rutgers still leading by 20. Coach Street and I got a little bit off topic, but Papadopoulos inside trying to make something happen. Leonidas Papadopoulos can't get the shot to go. Rutgers with a chance to extend the offensive onslaught. Orland Mock finds him. Devontae Gates called for the foul. Going to the line is Tyrone Snyder. Hearing some chants from the Temple crowd. Can't really make out what they're saying, Coach Drayton. Do you know what they're saying?
I mean,
or that's Rutgers fans.
This is probably like what, a 15-20 minute drive for them, so they're definitely hearing speeds.
I'm gonna fact check that. Coming into the game
from Philadelphia to New Brunswick, I think that's only like from Philadelphia to New Brunswick.
Rutgers is in Piscataway.
Rutgers is in New Brunswick.
It's in like New Brunswick. The stadium's in Piscataway.
Oh, you're talking about from arena to arena. I wasn't talking about from. I'm talking about from the
city
school.
To city.
From the school to the stadium.
Leonidas Papadopoulos with the slam. Giving Temple the much-needed energy boost that they have lacked all game, Coach Drayton. The Greek Freak.
I mean, I don't know if that's necessarily the spark plug or anything to this team. I don't want to say the jinx, but
straight for Papadopoulos.
It seems like they're trying to fire back. And maybe Rutgers has slowly eased off the gas and went into cruise control as they're still up 20. But you know what I like to say? This is 7 3-pointers away from being Temple's game.
Absolutely. And speaking of Temple, Leonidas Papadopoulos, the best player to wear number 77 I've ever seen. Luka who?
Oh, there's some people in Texas that are ready to storm you right now.
Please don't leak my address, ladies and gentlemen. However, let's talk. Goodyear was looking to take another three there. Or Solomon, I should say. Dylan Harper had the shot, doesn't take it. Harper takes his three. No good. Inside, Snyder can't get it to go. Gets his own offensive rebound. Cleaning the glass right now. It's Tyrone Snyder. Long two for Rutgers. No good. Temple finally escapes that possession. And the lob right there. Temple is getting some energy inside on these slams, Coach Drayton.
Hey, you know how it
Jalen
goes.
McDowell right there. Jalen McDowell coming to play. Do I know how it goes, Coach Drayton?
Yup, 6 3-pointers away.
Yes, I do. That's what I always said growing up watching Hoop Stereo when my 13 seed that I picked was losing. But
I mean, is there anything better than college basketball?
no, it's SWBA doesn't even come close, man. I'll be honest. Rejected right there by Harper. Rejected right there by Owens. The freshman duo come up big on the glass. Inside Snyder again. Has the mismatch on Papadopoulos. Gets the shot to go. And with a 20-point lead, Fisher and the Owls take timeout again. You're watching SimWorld U Basketball on ESPN.
SimWorld, 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 SimWorld.
It's a place where average Joe can work on his craft and grow. Say you the new magic, yo. Well, why you ain't passing though? Better get you a basket, bro. Cause this ain't no Madden, no. This is real ball life from prep to pro. Gamma Park, this ain't no fashion show. It's the opportunity for you to be the one to shoot the three in the clip. Game on the line. They like, who is he? Must be the 2-3 or 2-4. The one twice. Coach saying do more. Scouts like that boy nice. Drive up the price, push up the stock, build up your name, stir up the pot, piss off the eye. As a player or a coach, here it is, dog. SimWorld. This is your shot.
Yo, yeah.
SimWorld.
You know your boy gotta get some of this, right?
SimWorld.
Rick Blaze. Ladies love. Let's go.
I be on some ballers, trying to get my hands on a scholarship. Pretty young thing already knew my name, said she wanna try out on a scholarship. Hold up, let me PG it. Porn go past, but you know I'm gon' do it. Podcast fast, big Bob on the snacks, and you know I'm in my bag when March can't beat it. Baby, I be drippin' with my foes, tipping, shot out to the ballers. No bull like I'm Pippin. Rick Blaze hit him with the freestyle. SimWorld Hoops, man, them boys wild.
SimWorld, 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 SimWorld.
And then when their lead expanded, they turned into a highlight machine, except for the problem was there was no film in the camera.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Owls call timeout. Second-year head coach Adam Fisher has his hands full with this Rutgers team. We're seeing Steve Piquel make some moves. Dylan Harper playing 3 now for the Scarlet Knights. Very interested in the rationale behind that one. Good.
I think Piquel's just doing getting some minutes for some guys, because in his mind this one's over. So he's gonna put in a lot of guys. He has a freshman in Dylan Harper. He's seeing if he can play the 3.
Dylan Harper is 6'6". If there's anybody that has the size to translate to both the point guard and shooting guard positions at the SWBA level, it is Dylan Harper. And AJ Frost is called for that foul right there. Rutgers in the bonus, going to the line right now. It's Shedrick Sandlin. Didn't play to start the season, but Harper played the 3 to start the season. Is what ESPN Production's telling me, but Dylan Harper has the size to play 3 positions at the SWBA level. How much more of an asset does that make him to a franchise?
I mean, if you ask me, I know a lot of people are going to give me flack for this, but I think he's the #1 pick in next year's draft. I know everybody's harping on the cyborg, the android, the robot, the man, the myth, the legend, the blue devil. But if you're asking me, it's the guy who's the Scarlet Knight who's the #1 pick in next year's draft.
Interesting. So it's like the Cooper King and Cross paradox. The East Coast guard goes before the cyborg big man.
And I don't know about all that. I think this is apples to oranges. I think Dylan Harper, to me, brings much more to a franchise than what Cooper Flagg can do. Cooper Flagg benefits a lot from being more athletic than a lot of the kids that he plays against. Dylan Harper's game, to me, just translates a lot easier, as if you're somebody who's shifty and your thing's dribbling to create a shot and getting everybody around you involved, I think he just does that well.
Absolutely. And we're getting some nice feet content right now, Coach Drayton. I know that's really your jam, so
no,
hope you enjoyed that.
Absolutely not. I absolutely despise feet. I stay with 2 pairs of socks on at all times.
Me too. But we talked about your dream SimWorld U starting lineup right now. How about the all-time lineup? I said I was going to have you on the show for it, but there's 9 minutes left in this game, and Temple's trying to forge a comeback, and it's getting gloomier and gloomier by the second. So why not get into the Coach Drayton Q&A?
This is absolutely going to shock people. These are nothing but great and crazy pulls that I'm about to do. At point guard, give me Allen Iverson. I know he's not going to pass. That's completely opposed to what I just said.
D. Woodley.
D. Woodley is not Allen Iverson. Full stop. We're not even going to do that here. All right, at the 2 guard, give me Miles Powell.
What?
At the 3 guard, because we're running 3 guards, give me Isaiah Briscoe.
Kentucky, I like it.
At the 4, give me Michael Kidd Gilchrist. At the 5, give me Carl Anthony Towns.
Somebody likes Kentucky.
Somebody's from New Jersey.
You went from Allen Iverson to Miles Powell. You really lost me.
Allen Iverson was the only player that's not from New Jersey on that list.
So much objective. You're such a New Jerseyan. You called me a native New Jerseyan during JK's Player of the Night the other night. So, I believe it was Tyshawn Penn who was my JK's Player of the Night. So,
I mean, you did some New Jersey stuff. I'm not gonna lie. Anybody who knows, I'm from New Jersey, lived a long time in New Jersey, but I travel and have lived all across the East Coast, especially during summer months.
Yeah.
One of my absolute favorite things is telling people that I'm from New Jersey, and they immediately do that. It's always two things. It's either like the "Hey, I'm walking here." It's like the Jersey Shore, and it was like anybody who's actually been in New Jersey knows nobody talks like that or humors anything like that. It's mildly disrespectful.
I know, like no one in New York talks like that either. Like, I've been living in Michigan for a while, so I feel like my accent's a little bit faded. I can't lie with Dylan Harper. Long three right there. No good, but Coach Drayton, I got a question for you.
And I definitely have an answer as long as it's not about feet.
It is not about feet, it is about food. I always ask you this and the people want to know. What city has the best pizza in the United States of America?
I mean, technically it's a city, but if we're breaking it down to boroughs, I would say that Brooklyn has the best pizza that I've ever had. If we're going off city, technically it's New York, because New York is the actual city. But then when you break it down into boroughs, the worst pizza I've ever had in my entire life was in Queens, and the best pizza I've ever had was in Brooklyn.
Interesting. And we got a big substitution here for Rutgers. We're going to take a quick break. You're watching SimWorld U Basketball on ESPN.
England! England!
England.
Without a doubt.
England!
England.
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 England! Scotland. France.
Wales.
Wales. It's definitely Wales. Scotland.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to talk about the SimWorld U Player of the Game for ESPN tonight. Coach Drayton. Coach Drayton, who would your player of the game be tonight?
I'm going to say Dylan Harper. I mean, you could probably go Kamarian Goodyear or maybe even Darion Mitchell, but I'm going to say Dylan Harper. Rutgers is absolutely, I don't want to say that they've ran away with this one, but it seems like Coach Peichel is more or less testing lineups and getting minutes for some of the guys that don't usually get a lot of minutes, that Rutgers is kind of coasting right now, and if we're going to give it to anybody, it has to be the orchestrator of this offense. Great steal right there.
Perfect opportunity for you to use the word conductor, but I get it. Dylan Harper, only 10 points in this game. Demarion Mitchell, 8 points, 11 rebounds. But how about my man Justin Solomon, 3 threes? Coach Drayton.
Again, no, it's everybody's contributing. They have like 5 players over 5. They have like 8 players over 5 points.
Every single player for Rutgers that has seen the floor except one has scored at least a point. Inside right there. And Jermaine Owens and one going to the line for 3. Ben's called for the foul right there.
What makes this such a great team effort that if he makes this free throw, he becomes the person leading the team in scoring with 11 points, and they're up 17 points.
I can't help but respect it. Villela behind the back. Interesting approach to keep him in the game. Playing with that basketball on a string right there. However, what I do want to talk about with this Temple team is they do have Deuce Turner coming in for next season. I think that's a guy who's really going to flourish playing in Philadelphia still for Adam Fisher. He's one of the more underrated players on that Philadelphia Elite team, and I know you know that Philadelphia Elite team well, Coach Drayton.
I wouldn't say that there's anything underrated about Deuce Turner. I think that anybody who's sleeping on him just isn't watching prep basketball. It's one of those things that like it's cut and dry. Like I understand a lot of publications put numbers on players and people act like that's the end all be all to where somebody's talent is, but at the end of the day, it's just a number. You know how many guys were the #1 player in their class and they're currently at home watching SimWorld U basketball while the guy that was ranked like 115th is playing in the SWBA? A lot.
Shout out EJ Montgomery. I know that's going to be one you're going to appreciate, Mr. Kentucky. But
Mr. Kentucky, I don't know about Mr. Kentucky. That's Skinny Washington who's Mr. Kentucky.
That is fair. But Deuce Turner, I think it's very similarly to your philosophy with the Beast. Coach Dries in Philadelphia doesn't have much of a bona fide top option. Everyone kind of gets theirs. They have so many guys that can come up big in a given game or given night, where a guy like Deuce Turner, his stats don't reflect his talent because of how strong that roster is.
And that to me is what prep basketball is about. It's showcasing everybody on your team's talents, not just one guy's. And I know that there's people who were like, absolutely, I held Levin Cutler back from being like first team all SimWorld prep, and he was a player of the year candidate had he had not played for me. Anybody else would have gave him 25 shots a game. But it's ultimately about building a team and moving all the guys forward. And I don't want to toot my own horn here, but if you look at all the players of mine that are currently playing college basketball, all of them are high-level contributors to the teams that they're on.
Absolutely. South Beach Showdown for SimWorld Prep this Saturday. Local stream started at 8 a.m. Eastern. Championship game will be broadcasted at 2 p.m. Eastern with our good friends Gels and Maestro on the call. Remember, Michigan State plays on Monday night. You will see me in attendance at the Jack Breslin Student Event Center. Speaking of teams that could go for 4 in a row, Rutgers is going to win their 4th in a row tonight, barring a massive collapse.
6 3-pointers in a row. Right now, watch it.
Absolutely. But I'm excited for Deuce Turner staying in Philly to play for Temple. I think he's a guy that could shine being the top guy in a smaller school. We saw it with Garrett Hart right now at Florida State, where he was like a 4th or 5th option on the Yacht Club last year.
That's a lot of something else, but I definitely see what you're saying there, and I do agree. Oh my God! Now they're shooting threes. You have what do you gain?
Respect. Coach Drayton does not know about scoreboard watching, but
if you're watching the scoreboard, it's probably for every wrong reason.
Absolutely. You're going to look at this box score and see Dylan Harper didn't contribute or didn't have a great game. They were dominating them. They would have won with ease if I think they would have won this game by 20 even if he didn't play at all.
I mean, everybody's just when you're playing like this well-oiled of a machine, I think it's maybe like 1 or 2 players that don't have an assist on the entire roster.
Definitely. Inside, spin move. Can't get the layup to go. What is so? Shot falls short right there. Rutgers has no incoming recruits yet. There's a lot of guys to be excited about. Tyler Snyder called for his 4th foul in what is pretty much garbage time. Guess the refs are still using their whistles.
College basketball doesn't have garbage time. Everybody plays until the final buzzer.
Which I respect, but I find that officiating in college basketball is so weak Did you see what happened to Zach Edey? Big Ten officiating was the worst in SimWorld U last year because there was a 7'4" guy that could foul bait his way to the line. And he shot 80% from the line.
I mean, at 7'4", some of those were definitely times he legitimately got fouled. But yes, he did foul bait a lot, but foul baiting has just become a part of the game. Like, everybody watches Shai Gilgeous-Alexander average like 12 free throws a game, and nobody complains about it because every now and then he'll rip the opposing point guard.
That's fair. Joel Embiid used to do that a lot too. His MVP year, he averaged.
Used to?
He still does. I mean, when he's on the floor, Coach Drayton, he's M-rest now.
I think he's just collecting the check. I think everybody proved me right when I said Paul George literally is the guy who cares about nothing but how he looks on a box score, and he pretty much proved that going to the 76ers and contributing nothing.
So where do you think he should have went?
Where do I think he should have went? I don't think he should have left the Clippers. Why did he leave the Clippers? He didn't want to be backseat to Kawhi. Nobody thinks he's a better player than Kawhi. So you don't want to be a backseat to Kawhi, so you're going to be a backseat to Joel Embiid, and now you're getting outshone by Tyrese Maxey. Just admit it. You're a Batman. You're a Robin. You'll never be Batman. It's okay. I don't understand why people get so caught up on like being a role player or playing a role when at the end of the day you're being paid millions to play this game.
That's fair.
You should be doing anything that's required of you to win.
Absolutely, but let's think about Damian Lillard, who was a Batman and then chose to become a Robin. Let's remember, folks, tomorrow's Friday. That means a new episode of the J-Rock Show with Bay Area Breakers guard Jay Midoriya. He's joining me on the hot seat, and he's going to be revealing some big news regarding his SimWorld U future. Be sure to tune into that. Don't forget to tune in, because Jay Midoriya did not disappoint on the hot seat for the J-Rock Show.
And after all the games are finished on Saturday, come join me like that shot off the rim. It will be at 4 p.m. Eastern Time.
Let's not forget about SimWorld today, bright and early, 8 a.m. Eastern tomorrow. Marsh and Rick Blaze going to be right back at it. Rutgers going to escape this one with a 79-57 win. Dominant showing from the Scarlet Knights again, improved to 8-4 for their 4th win in a row and their 5th in 6 games. Scarlet Knights got the job done tonight, making their case to be ranked again in the SP Top 25. We thank you for tuning in to our ESPN broadcast of SimWorld U Basketball. Remember, folks, SimWorld, the only place you can see the game and be the game.
This has been a presentation